Hey yo, what's
Hey
up guys?
It's been a long day.
It's been a long one. It is 5:30 right now. So today is day 11 of the challenge, 4K calories. If you haven't been watching, you can watch the first 10 first. You don't really have to do that though. They all kind of stand alone. Update on the 4K challenge. It's getting tough. I'm definitely noticing a lot of symptoms that are a little bit concerning. Today, my weight, 197.4. That's the peak weight of the challenge so far. That's an increase total of 4 pounds. You know, that's substantial. A lot of people follow this like 3,500 calories is 1 pound of body weight. That isn't necessarily true at all, or it's a complete myth. So don't go by that. So I'm up 4 pounds in 10 days.
I feel like the first couple days when you were just climbing, we were like, all right, 17 pounds, here we come.
I know. I think we are starting to get to some interesting stuff we can learn from my blood ketone levels. My blood ketones were 0.9 this morning.
Okay.
So every single day I've had dairy, the next morning my ketones dropped from the previous morning. Every day I haven't had dairy, my ketones increased from the previous morning. So I'm going to do no dairy for a while now, see if that trend continues.
All right, so should we talk about our day? Matt walked Julius, and it was definitely a daycare day.
Definitely.
So I packed his lunch, and I took him off to daycare, 7 a.m. sharp.
See you, Julius. Well, Mega took Julius to daycare. I was munching on some breakfast. I had 5 pieces of bacon, 4 scrambled eggs, and I scrambled them in 2 tablespoons of drippings from the bacon. And then I also had a bulletproof coffee, 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. And if you remember from yesterday's video, I said I was eliminating MCT oil from my breakfast to see if the throat itch went away, and it did not. It was actually worse than ever. This morning, I eliminated macadamia nuts from my breakfast, and it was significantly better. So there's that. I'm not going to say 100% sure it's the macadamia nuts, but I'm definitely having a problem with a lot of the things I've been introducing, mainly like the cheese and the nuts.
Are you going to keep the nuts out?
I am. Today, I actually did no nuts and no cheese.
When I got back from dropping Julius off, we got an Instant Pot a couple weeks ago, and I've been wanting to try something super experimental. So I tried a cinnamon walnut pancake, a giant pancake. And then while the pancake was being made, I gave Miley a quick little pet test. She loves those, especially when Julius is not here. She knows. She's like, oh, his lunch was packed. He's gone for the day. I petted her up, and then giant pancake, opened it up. It's a fail. But I still decided to let Matt try it out.
Was it a fail when you opened it? Okay, so you still brought it to me?
So I took it to Matt.
And it was not great at all. Very subpar. I would say go back to the drawing board. The consistency wasn't good. The taste was not that good.
I hate laundry. That's like my least favorite chore. I think it's Matt's least favorite too. Because we both
I don't hate it that much.
Well,
as much as you.
You seem to hate it because you left the mat in the washer all night. And that's a big no-no because that smells. So I came into the room and I started to fold laundry. And I wanted to be nice about it. But it's hard to be when you're frustrated. So I was like, you can't just leave the bath mat in the washer overnight. And Matt said nothing.
I said, no, I'll go take care of it right away.
No, you said, I'll fold the laundry. And I was like, no, you won't. You said you'd fold it yesterday. That was the laundry you were supposed to fold yesterday.
I know.
Have no expectations, guys. That's the way to be happy. So we fought about that. And I decided to go to the grocery store to get some stuff. Broccoli. I got basil for a recipe we did later on. Ground beef. I got eggs and heavy whipping cream. And while I was looking for my ground beef, something very interesting happened, which has never happened to me before. And I was really weirded out. So I was looking at the ground beef, and there was a guy also we were both shopping at the same time in the same exact grass-fed ground beef section. Out of niceness, I was like, doesn't look like they have any 80-20. And he was like, 80-20? He was like really freaked out that I said 80-20. And I was like, maybe he doesn't know what that means. And then I was like, well, yeah, the fattier the better, right? And then he was like, I guess it depends on what your goals are.
That's what he said?
It was weird because he wasn't like joking.
Okay, what's this guy? What kind of guy is he? What are we talking?
Okay, so he was short. He was like probably 5'5".
Okay.
He was like my size with a belly. He doesn't seem like someone who worked out anyway. Do people have goals and base their beef around the goals?
I don't know.
So he took the 96.4 and he like grabbed it and he was like, the 96.4. And I was like, I guess we have different goals. And then he walked away and I couldn't find the 80/20. Like when you order heavy whipping cream, fine, comment on that. But like, I thought 80/20 was standard American beef.
80/20 is like the most purchased, I think, yeah.
Isn't that what they serve at restaurants?
Most of the time, yeah.
96.4. So when I got home from the grocery store, Matt and I made up.
We always make up.
Well, Matt starts it and then he finishes it. At least he follows through. And we drank our pre-workout. Pre-workout's the best. Even if I don't want to go to the gym when we're on our way, as soon as I get there and do like one rep of anything, I'm just like, go time, baby.
What was the best song in your headphones at the gym today?
Or Despacito.
How does Despacito go?
Despacito, this is how we do it down in Puerto Rico. I just want to hear you say,
Mamacito.
I can go forever cuando esté contigo. Pasito a pasito, suave suavecito, lo vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Enseñas a mi boca.
We always end our workouts with a chest bump. Not always, but sometimes we do intra-workout chest bumps.
he like also really gets like, he like gets going.
No, I don't.
I'm finishing my last rep and he's just like in the background, like ready to.
What do we have for lunch?
I had green beans, ground beef, Asian stir fry.
Okay.
With a tablespoon of butter.
I had ground beef, 12 ounces, an avocado, and this is the first time I've had an avocado in about like a while, like 6 weeks or so.
Did it feel good?
Kind of wanted to gauge how I felt afterwards, and I felt fine. And then I also had a bulletproof bone broth. That was with 3 tablespoons of butter. Then we did 2 recipe videos today. Recipe videos, it might not seem it, but it's actually like the most high stress thing we do, I feel like.
We did a gingerbread cake, which is amazing, with the cream cheese frosting.
Cheddar basil bites. You'll be seeing both of these soon. That's that. Now we're here.
And now we here.
So a lot of you guys ask us about pee strips, why they suck, why do they not suck. So I guess we can demonstrate by peeing on a strip right now.
So here are these ketone test strips. I'm gonna pee on one right now.
You've been eating a low-carb diet, a keto diet for a real long time. I can't wait to see how high your ketones are. What is this? Nothing? Why would it show up as nothing? Hide behind it so it shows there. There it is. That's nothing, guys.
That's 0 trace.
So, ew, you got pee all down it, yeah. The reason these pee strips suck and are useless and you should basically throw them in the garbage is because they're only telling you the ketones that you're excreting in your urine. Lining up the numbers on here and you're like trying to figure out your actual millimolars per liter, that's just absurd. It's so inaccurate because this really sways based on how dehydrated you are. Terrible idea to do that. And a lot of people will like eat a food and then they'll pee on the strips and it'll show low ketones, which is just like so far disconnected from actually telling you anything. These are pretty useless. There is one use for these, in my opinion, which is when you're first starting a keto diet. If you pee on these, any person on a standard American diet pees on these, it'll always be blank. But when you first start doing keto, it's kind of a good litmus test. It's just a binary test. Am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong? Is my body producing ketones or not? Because when you first start keto, your body is not good at using the ketones it's producing, so you will have a ton excreted in the urine.
Right.
I wouldn't say like go out and get these just for that purpose, but you know, that's the only use of them. For someone that's been doing it for more than maybe a month, you won't see much on the ketones, the ketone strips.
And you don't want to because you want to be using the ketones in workouts just throughout the day. You want to know what to buy to best test. And that's probably what we're going to get asked after this vlog. Like, if I don't use the ketone strips, then what do I use? You can, if you want to track. We don't think tracking is like a mandatory or even necessary thing, especially when you're keeping your carbs so low. The most reliable way is a blood ketone meter.
I would, like if I just had to pick one mechanism for measuring my body's health and how it's performing, I would just get a blood glucose monitor. And when you're starting keto, you can use that. Blood glucose and ketones are inversely proportional. So like the higher your blood glucose is, the lower your ketones are gonna be. I want dinner.
Me too.
We got dinner. Yeah, what do you got?
I have 4 ounces of that Costco beef kielbasa I've been devouring, 1/4 cup of Rao's marinara sauce, and then I have these shirataki noodles.
So this is to finish out my macros for the day. This gets me just over 4,000. I made a 3rd attempt at this rice pudding thing. Let me try it. It's equally as bad every time, but for some reason I kind of just like want to keep making it. 6 ounces of this beef kielbasa. Oh, in here is 1 packet of Miracle Rice, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of sun butter. I have some hemp seeds in here, 3 tablespoons.
After this, we're gonna go pick up Julius.
Picked up Julius. Tell me about this email.
Some guy reached out to us back in May. He's an engineer in SF and he hates his job and like he's been working on a couple side hustles. He wanted to know what it was like to take the leap because at that time we had both just quit our jobs and we were doing KC full time. We responded with a pretty lengthy email basically just saying like you have to put in the hustle, like there's nothing more to it. You'll find out what it feels like when you actually take the leap. If you have ideas, that's awesome, but you have to execute on them. Without execution, they're just ideas, and like no one cares about just ideas. I remember writing this specifically too. I was kind of just blunt about it because, you know, a lot of people have emailed us and been like, you're inspirational, like, how did you do it? Or what are the secrets? And there are none. And I said, some days are gonna be harder than others, but that's it, that you just keep putting in the work. We did it, anyone can do it. He just emailed us 30 minutes ago and he said, I just wanted to update you guys on our previous emails. I kept hustling on my side project and now it's generating almost enough recurring income for me to quit my job. I basically wanted to do the same thing you guys did. I kept working both at my day job and my side hustle and I'm almost right there at quitting my job. So a few more months, he said he thinks he's gonna quit his job and be full-timing his side hustle, which is incredible. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, take your life into your own hands.
Seriously, I mean...
Even if Casey disappeared tomorrow, I'm not going back to a normal job. Normal jobs don't exist to me anymore.
Yeah. You could want it, you could want it, you could want it, but you gotta do something about it. There's nothing more to it, honestly. If you got a side hustle, just keep hustling.
It's worth it.